Hello traders, welcome to another weekly forecast. My name is Dmitry with My Trading Profit, and in today's video, as usual, we're gonna go over US dollar index, crude oil, and gold before looking at the most popular currency pairs. I'll show you the patterns I'm watching as well as the key levels and targets for these instruments to give you an idea of what could happen in the market next week. Also, I'm super excited to announce that we're starting a fun giveaway contest of our new intro course. It's currently valued at $90 and 10 people will receive it absolutely free. Stick around to the end of this video to find out how you can increase the chances of winning it. Alright, let's get started. Quick disclaimer that today's video is for educational purposes only. My opinion is not intended as a trading advice, investment advice, or anything of that nature. Please trade carefully and see the description of this video for the full disclaimer. Before we get started, be sure to hit that like button and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. First up is the US dollar index. Just like we said in last week's forecast, the price bounced off the key support level and went up to the supply and demand zone at 97.9. After breaking above the previous high point, the price continued its bullish rally, breaking the 98.45 resistance level and almost reaching our next target at 98.8. I think that we may expect a pullback because the price is already overextended in my opinion. If next week we close below the support level of 98.45, I would be bearish to the next support level at 98.20 and possibly to support level of 98. After that, I would start looking for bullish setups. Let's have a look at gold. Once again, like we said last week, the price went down to our supply and demand zone at 1574 support level. Since USD has a negative correlation with gold, the price switched the direction to the downside and my outlook is now bearish. We also ended up last week at 1574 newfound resistance area, where I would start looking for bearish reversal patterns. There's also a chance for the price to go higher to retest resistance level at 1580.8, and this would also be a good place to start looking for bearish setups. My targets would be the key support level at 1555.3 and 1540.5. Next up is crude oil. Last week's forecast was on point and the target of 49.2 was reached. The price is now testing a strong rejection zone, and if next week we break above the 51.8 resistance level, my bullish targets would be 52.8 and 53.8. If on the other hand, the price breaks below the 49.2 support level, my bearish target would be 47.2. Let's have a look at AUDUSD. Once again, our last week's forecast came true and our target at 0.676 was reached. After that, a bearish reversal pattern got formed and the price went down to retest this rejection zone. The current structure is bearish with lower lows and lower highs on the chart, and the price is still inside of a daily descending channel. If we get a pullback, preferably to the 0.674 resistance level, where I would start looking for bearish setups with the targets of 0.669. And if the price breaks the 0.667 support level, I would be bearish to levels 0.665 and 0.662. If the price breaks above the 0.6775 resistance level, I'd be bullish to the next resistance level at 0.68 and also 0.684. EURUSD. Just like we said in last week's forecast, the price went down and hit our target at 1.104. But it didn't stop there and bearish rally continued further down. The price is now at a very strong rejection zone and I'd like to see a pullback before any kind of correction to the downside. The overall pressure is still bearish because of the lower lows and lower highs on the chart, therefore I'm not going to expect any big moves to the upside. If next week the price breaks above the most recent high at 1.0985, I'd be bullish to the next resistance level at 1.102 and possibly to 1.104, where I would start looking for reversal patterns. Next up is GBPUSD. Once again, our last week's forecast came true and both targets had been reached at 1.311 and 1.304. My other long-term targets at 1.292 and 1.288 were also hit. The current structure is now bearish, but the price is testing a very strong rejection zone and therefore I would like to see some kind of pullback. The price also completed a 5-wave structure to the downside and I would suggest to stay away from shorting this pair. If next week we break above the 1.295 resistance level, which is also the most recent high point, I would be bullish to targets 1.298 and 1.302. Alright, NZDUSD. Last week, the price failed to break the 0.9495 resistance level, and the sell-off continued, reaching my long-term target at 0.642. The price had also created a lower low point, and therefore the overall pressure is to the downside. We're also testing the rejection zone, and therefore we may see a pullback to the resistance level of 0.645 next week. If the price breaks above it, my bullish target would be 0.648. If, on the other hand, we close below the 0.639 support level, my bearish target would be at 0.635. Let's have a look at USDCAD. Last week, the price reached my both long-term targets at 1.325 and 1.328. The current momentum is still bullish with higher highs and higher lows on the chart, but the price is also testing a major rejection zone. Since the price has been moving in an upward direction for about 2 weeks now, I think we may be due for some kind of correction. If next week the price closes below the 1.328 support level, I would be bearish to targets 1.325 and 1.322. Okay, USD Swiss. Once again, last week's forecast came true and the price successfully reached our target at 0.97. My long-term target at 0.978 had been also reached. The current structure is bullish because we broke the previous high point and now established a higher high on the chart. Notice that a 5-wave structure was also completed, and now I would like to see a pullback. If the price closes below the 0.974 support level, I'd be bearish to the next support level at 0.972 and possibly to 0.97. And if we break above the 0.978 resistance level, I'd be bullish to target 0.98 and 0.982. And finally, USDJPY. Again, last week's forecast was on point and all the targets had been reached at 109.2 and 109.5. Moving forward to the next week, we can see that the overall pressure is bullish, therefore be careful shorting this pair. If the price breaks below the support level of 109.4, I would be bearish to the next level at 109.2 and possibly 108.8. If, on the other hand, the price breaks above the 110.2 resistance level, I would be bullish to the targets 110.5 and 110.8. So that is it for me this week, guys, and as promised, I'd like to show you how you can enter for the chance to win our trading course valued at $90. It's actually very simple. Click on the link in the description below or go to mytradingprofit.com/signup_beginner. Once you're on this page, scroll down to the bottom of it until you see this panel. All you need to do now is support us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Each click equals 1 entry, and if you like to increase your winning chances, click on the bonus tab and you will collect an extra 6 entries. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like down below. I'd like to wish you a fantastic trading week. Don't forget to trade safely, and thank you very much for watching.